It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host. And his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, baby. Hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. Good morning, Virginia.
Good morning.
Have a nice night last night?
It was a little hairy.
Hairy? How'd it get hairy?
Oh, I was cooking and like a dummy.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I was trying to make a cooking video that probably 10 people are going to watch. And the pan was like slipping off the counter. So for some reason, I grabbed it on the underside of the hot pan.
Oh, wow.
Scalded my fingers.
Are they bubbling or how are they?
Yeah, this one's going to definitely bubble. I immediately put Silverdyne, lidocaine. I'm a burn expert.
Oh, you are? Okay. I don't even know.
I've burned myself many times.
Really? What are those two products that you just talked about?
Silverdyne is like an ointment. And then lidocaine is a numbing agent.
Okay.
So I put Silverdyne and then lidocaine, and then I put a glove on, a plastic glove.
Oh, wow.
And
so
then,
you had a whole procedure. You're ready to go.
I'm ready to go. And then I hold an ice pack, and then I sleep like that.
Okay.
And then when you wake up in the morning, the burning has stopped. But last night sucked.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a struggle. Sounds like a struggle. Like I say, ain't nobody struggling more than our boy Bird.
Oh, my gosh. He has been in and out of the hospital.
Yes, I know. He's down and out. We got him on right now. Good morning, Bird.
There are weeks, and then there are weeks, my friends.
Oh, I bet. What is the latest with you, and what's happened? How you feeling? What have been your symptoms? What happened when you went to the hospital?
Well, let me unpack a lot for you. We're still doing a bunch of tests on me because we still don't know exactly what's going on, but I keep getting these mini flus, as you guys know, and in a quick, just weird twist of fate, for the last, I would say, 6 weeks, I've been really trying to get extra healthy, and I have led the league in eating bags of lettuce, and I'm talking all sorts of bags of lettuce. I've been drinking all kinds of water, and I've been swimming in a bunch of pools all over Florida because I've gone away on a few trips. I've really done everything wrong. I'm your top candidate. Meanwhile, that was all for me to try to get healthy.
Right. Might have to reverse course then.
Dude, I should have stayed with pizza and chocolate.
Yeah. Stay with what you know. It done you well so far. Wow.
Yeah. But I don't want to get into too many of the gross symptoms. I mean, we all know the one that everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
The one that's the worst for me is the problem. I can't keep anything down, even water, and
wow.
I am just been severely dehydrated, and the body aches and the vomiting has been my biggest symptoms, and of course the one that no one wants to talk about.
Yeah.
But
Mr. Browntown.
Yeah, that one's awful, and it just leads to so many other issues. You can't sleep when you're doing that all night, and I just been so lethargic, and even walking. I mean, I could hear it. I could hear it during a replay of our commercials that we do sometimes. I was listening to one of them, and I go, "Oh my gosh, that sounds like I'm under a spell or something."
Wow. You mean just you sounded lethargic or a little bit out of it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. Yeah. It really attacks the immune system.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm kind of an expert on this disease right now. Now, we don't know exactly if that's what I have because a lot of this stuff, unfortunately, it does take a little bit of time to test. Everyone thinks you can just go in there and get your results, and that's just not the way it goes.
Yeah.
So when do you know what you have?
Well, you have to give a sample. They have to go to a lab. They have to test it, and they have to, and that can take 2 to 5 days. So I'm hoping I get some answers, but I still have other tests I have to do. So that's why it's taking a little bit of time. But it's not one of those things where you just go right in and you get an answer.
Yeah, I'm surprised, just looking at the case numbers right now, it just seems so slow and how these are being reported. And this might be the reasons why, because I look right now on the CDC website and they are only putting in the state of Florida, anywhere, I think like nationwide, in Florida, 49 to 60 cases confirmed. And they've only got 9 in Miami-Dade, 5 Broward, 2 in Palm Beach. That is the latest on that. 2 cases. So I guess you're not officially diagnosed, so that's why you wouldn't be one of those numbers. But if you were, you'd be number 3.
Dude, no, that's not even true. They think, I don't want to turn this into a whole political thing because that's not what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that there's been a lot of confusion with some reports not being reported to whatever the disease place is. They don't know what the numbers are. And honestly, and this is not a knock on anybody in the medical community. I don't even think they know or have a grasp on what's going on. So there is massive confusion. And I can tell you this much. There is more than 3 people in Palm Beach County who have this.
Yeah, I would say no doubt. Yeah, no, we're hearing a good little bit about it. Some people have mentioned even their own. That's why I just am really saying that it seems like it's hard to diagnose, and the numbers are not even close to keeping up with accuracy of how many people actually have this thing.
The other thing that's tricky is you can get tested the first time, and it can come back like a false positive, or you might have to get tested twice. So it's one of them. That's why I think I keep on getting these flus. A big sign is you start to feel a little bit better, and you're like, all right, okay, that was weird. And then it knocks you down even further. And I got to tell you, man, for me personally, this has felt like COVID 2.0.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So could it be that it's not the cyclospora from what you've eaten, that you could have something else? Because you talk about getting the frequent flus and that maybe it's happened before even you took your trip and had that ill-fated meal at Perkins or whatever it might have been. And
I don't want to blame anybody yet.
Yeah, we got Perkins and Taco Bell on the radar, apparently. No confirmation yet.
And bags of salad, and I've eaten all 3.
Yeah, bags of salad is what most people are saying online.
Okay, so we can clear Perkins then, maybe?
I don't know if Perkins should be fingered for this crime. And I think Taco Bell's being more proactive. I don't think they've been specifically fingered, but bags of salad have definitely been fingered.
And me and my girlfriend were kind of laughing, going, oh my gosh, that's pretty much all you've been buying at the grocery store lately. And of course, my dummy ass doesn't wash it because it says it's washable.
Yeah, it says triple wash on those bags. But I was reading somewhere that you shouldn't buy the bagged lettuce anymore. Now they're like, oh, just buy a head of lettuce, like a whole head, and then wash it and then peel off the first 3 layers and throw those away.
Oh, geez.
And that's how you're supposed to eat lettuce now.
Okay, so throw away everything you normally used to eat and get down to the part that's almost inedible and then go with that.
Yes, throw away the good leafy green part and eat the white lettuce.
Yeah.
I have a new fear in life, and it's called bags of lettuce. I mean, it's almost kind of comical in a way how much bags of lettuce I've been eating.
Well, it's just ironic that as a man is trying to do everything he can to get healthy, he changes the way he eats so he can feel better, live better, look better. And that is what gets him sick. Lettuce.
If you don't laugh, you start to throw up.
Wow.
Wow.
Is there...
Go. I'm sorry, Kev.
Has there been any improvement in your condition?
So after I went to the hospital, they did help me out. When I left the hospital, I started getting some symptoms back, but they've got me on some medicine to hold me off until I have to go to a stomach specialist. Unfortunately, just to let you guys kind of just full disclosure, I've still got a bunch of tests I have to do. So I may be in and out this week, and I just hope y'all just give me a little grace. I know when one of us is out, it really puts a lot of extra work on everybody. And there's that I'm stressed out about that too, which isn't helping. So I hope y'all just give me a little bit more patience.
Yeah, no, we just want to see
Definitely.
you feel better. I mean, that's it.
Nobody
We're
wants
okay.
anybody to have to go to work when they have diarrhea.
No.
I give anyone with diarrhea clemency.
Yes.
Because honestly, I mean, as the co-worker, we don't want that here. And I certainly don't want to see you have to walk through the hallways trying to struggle with diarrhea.
No, and it was getting pretty rough because all that stuff. I mean, not only was that happening, but I was vomiting in the back, like at work, and people are walking in and they're going, "What is going on with this guy?"
She's bulimic.
Or I'm a wino, or I'm on kind of a drug. Yeah, so I don't know, but I will say that I feel a little bit better today. The other thing people need to know about it, it knocks your energy down to a zero, man. I wasn't going to even go to the hospital, but my girlfriend and my little sister Becky, they made me go. They said, "Nope, shut up, you're going right now." And I'm glad I did, to be quite honest with you, because I was in a pretty bad way.
Yeah, it sounds like you were dehydrated too, on top of all of the intestinal stuff. Your dehydration, that can kill you.
That was one of the first things that they did for me, is they got me hooked up on an IV to give me liquids. And they gave me nausea, pain stuff, or nausea stuff to the IV.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me a few other things that I can't remember. I can't remember any of this stuff.
Okay.
But,
Hopefully they gave you a little volume. I'd like some of that in my bag.
I got none of the cool stuff.
Ah, boo!
Yeah,
Healthcare is broken.
that was the only hopeful thought I had in there. I'm like, maybe they'll give me something to, like, relax me or chill me out.
Come on, throw a guy a bone here.
The other thing too is just your body cramps up because it's double cramps. It's obviously poopy cramps, but then because you're so dehydrated, you got Charlie horses. And I know Virginia, like last week, I had to stand a bunch, and I was like stretching my arms, and I was looking like I was playing, the piano crazy over there because my arms were spazzing out, and that's because I was so dehydrated.
Oh,
It gives you Charlie horses.
Wow.
damn.
Well, he's definitely going through it. So will you get back to salad when you're able to, or are you going to be taking a break for a while?
So, not salad in general. I love salad. Never again will I eat bags of salad.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
I'm afraid of it. I'm also afraid of raspberries, because I've been eating some of those as well.
Yeah, that's a story that's going on. Yeah, I guess you just never know. There's all kinds of stuff that.
Yeah, they said berries and salad.
Yeah.
You got to cook everything now, which really sounds yucky. I don't want to cook my Caesar salad, but that's what they're saying is the only way you can kill this stuff is to cook the greens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your boy. When I get my appetite back, I'm gonna go on a pizza diet for a minute. I've lost so much weight, it's insane.
Yeah, can I talk to Captain Crust for a second?
Yeah, Captain Crust can finally fit into his costume.
Okay, there you go.
So we were thinking about, you're Captain Crust, I'm Princess Pepperoni. We wanted to come up with a role for Kevin, and we were thinking, since he's so healthy, to make him like the salad avenger. But now with like all this pain that salad is causing nationwide, do we have to rethink Kevin's character?
You know what? I wish I could be creative right now, Virginia, but the only creative thing I have is how I get to my bathroom.
All right. Well, we'll be praying for you and your butt.
Yeah, and if you guys need to talk, I have a bunch of appointments, so I can talk at some points, and some points I can't. So,
Okay. Well,
if you guys need any updates or anything, let me know.
yeah, if you get any kind of word about your condition or how the tests are going, definitely let us know. We'd like to give the audience an update to see what's going on with your situation, dude.
Yeah, at least it's not an embarrassing disease.
No, at least we haven't been talking about your butt problems for a week and a half on the radio.
Well, I will tell you this, though. The more of us, the less embarrassing it becomes. I gotta
It's true.
tell you, people are really starting to speak their truth, and I appreciate that.
That's it, right?
Are you silently pulling for these numbers to go up for the cyclosporichia or whatever it's called?
Those are your words. But,
Let her own that.
Misery loves company.
Yeah.
strength in numbers.
All right, Bird. Continued improvement, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I really miss everybody, and I'm sorry for just all this crap.
We miss you too.
Yeah, literally.
Go ice that bong.
That's it.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's real tough.
Yeah.
I mean, the cramping and the stomach pain and nausea and then the butt problems and the throwing up and oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a lot. All right, well, hopefully we'll get Bird back sometime soon, but he's continuing to recover today. A lot of exciting World Cup action was going on yesterday. My wife and I went out to go watch the game. I love that it was at 3 p.m. That's perfect for me. I'm like, I wish all primetime events were at 3 p.m.
It's great for your schedule because literally that's like, for everybody else, that's like 8:30.
Right, yeah.
3 p.m. is like perfect happy hour for Kev.
It was just absolutely ideal. The game was over by 5 p.m. I had an hour to spare before bedtime. It was just amazing.
Dreamy.
Yeah, absolutely loved it. Yeah, a friend of mine had said, yeah, hey, we go to this place, Patty Mac's, up there on PGA Boulevard and Palm Beach Gardens and Military. It's like, oh, yeah, I love that place. And so we went in there, and my wife had on, her little jersey, and she walked in, and I hadn't really put it all together as we were walking in because here I am. I just have a white T-shirt on, and she's wearing the Lionel Messi jersey that I have on right now for Argentina.
Yeah.
It's an English pub.
Oh, England was
You ever have that where you walk in a place and the whole place stops and looks at you? That was the Queen. Everybody's in England jerseys, and here comes the one Argentina fan.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. They're very nice. But I was like, oh, that's right. I
Whoopsie.
kind of forgot. There's kind of like an Irish-English pub.
Maybe I should have called ahead. Hey, what's everybody wearing?
I just should have clicked. I didn't even think about it. Oh, that's so smart. You're wearing the Messi jersey. It's great. It's very topical.
You got to FaceTime the bar before you show up.
But it was all great. The people there were absolutely lovely. Shannon, who was there, her husband, Ray Sheik, they're big KVJ Nationers, so saw a lot of fans there, not only of just England, but also of KVJ, so it was great to see everybody there, so that was fun.
Oh, I love it. What kind of fun food did you eat?
Did not do any food.
What?
No, did not do any food.
Oh, who goes to a pub and doesn't do any food?
This guy right here.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was okay with it. I was good. I ate right before.
Okay, what beer did you drink?
Well, you know what? They mainly had the English beers.
Okay.
So I think it was Smittix, Smithwick, something like that is kind of how it looks.
Smittix.
I thought they'd said Smittix and how they pronounce it, but it looks like it's spelled Smithwicks.
Yeah, but it's pronounced Smittix.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I think it went with that. So
All right.
it was all out England.
I'm proud of you. I like that. Go to a place, drink the authentic beverage.
Yes.
Eat the authentic food.
Mm-hmm.
If you go in there and you order a Budweiser, you're doing it wrong.
Right. I don't even think they have Budweiser. I looked at the beer menu. They have like Stella Artois and some Heinekens and stuff like that. But it was a lot of the European ales is what you're going to see if you go to Patty Mac's.
I like authenticity.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, you don't have to sell out. Be you. We don't need Corona. We got plenty of bars for that. You need a Corona, go somewhere else. Got to tell you, it was really exciting, and it looked like Argentina was not going to get it done. They were down 1-0, and to me, it just – I don't know soccer at all, and I was sitting with some people that kind of did, but even they were saying it just felt like England had control in the first half of this match, and I was like, okay, Argentina's got to turn it on.
Did they keep showing the Beckhams, and was Victoria as disconnected as she is in those memes I posted?
I think you could tell she knew she got blasted for showing no emotion when England won the match before because she was kind of animated in this one and showing excitement and disappointment. So her family was very excited in the first half. They were a little saddened in the second. Mick Jagger was there in attendance in Atlanta as well. So you saw some big names that they kept showing. But, it just at the end, it was too much. Argentina just kept coming at them, and they could not hold them off. So they got one goal, tied it up one apiece. And then Lionel Messi, he just comes in, man. This guy's just unbelievable. He has this kick, kicks it right close to the net, header right in, goes up 2-1. And I got to tell you, the best way to watch this, and they've even said that a majority of people were are watching Spanish language, even people that are gringos or they don't even speak Spanish because of the excitement and the announcing and the way it sounds. You're like, if you want the full flavor, you got to go with the Spanish version.
It's a vibe.
It is a vibe. Yeah, this is the second goal that Argentina scored.
Messi engancha y va, tiró con la derecha.
Listen to that. It's just fantastic.
You and I have loved a lot of teams and,
Yes.
and have cheered a lot in our day. I don't think I've ever been that happy about any athletic competition I've viewed.
Yeah,
ever.
I think
That guy's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's why they just absolutely love watching him, is because the excitement and the enthusiasm and how they are. And there's one guy that is Argentinian announcer, I believe his name, this might be Andres Cantor, who is the guy, and I don't know if he's the main dude, but there's another dude that people are watching a lot. I've seen his videos up on social media, and they just keep a camera on him, because I think maybe there's FIFA rights as well, but it's just enough to watch him announcing. And he also is just, he gets so into it. This was him calling the second goal yesterday for Argentina.
Pero qué trasero que tienen, por Dios, por no decir otra cosa, viene Messi, va Messi, va Messi, mete el centro,
We have Super Bowls and all that kind of stuff. You do not have that with our English announcers. You just do not have that. It was unreal. So there was a lot of excitement around it.
It makes you just like, okay, I got to get involved in this. If this game has this guy that hype,
right,
I need to get a piece of that.
Yeah, no, honestly,
I need
think
that kind of joy.
Look, I've talked to other people, and they're like, I didn't really know what was going on, but the excitement of the World Cup and just how other people treat it, and the fact it's such a party, and you go out during the day and you're having cocktails, you're like, all right, everybody's excited. I guess I am too.
I told you when I was in Miami, we went to that multi-level food hall, Julia and Henry's, to watch the matches there. They put up this giant screen. There was thousands of people in there singing, dancing, chanting in unison, hugging, jumping around. I'm like, okay, this is so hype.
Yeah, it really is. It's a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, they were going nuts. The Argentinian fans, as you can imagine, in Argentina, they were going crazy. They were going crazy in Atlanta. It was just, it's amazing to see how many people turn out on the streets of Rio de Janeiro and some of these other places when their team wins.
We are late to the dance, obviously.
Yeah.
Here at the KVJ show, but we get it. Like the hype and the fire in the belly of these fans is so real.
It really is. It really is. Lionel Messi was on the town of Miami last night too. It looks like he got back from Atlanta and went to dinner and had his own little celebration.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah, it was. Well, I mean, it's only a 2-hour flight. Not to mention, that's if you're flying commercial.
Well, I wonder how he got through TSA so fast.
I know, right?
In Atlanta.
He drives up to a plane, gets on a plane. The plane quickly goes to South Florida. He gets off the plane and then drives home. Must be nice.
When I flew private because my friend invited me, I was late for the flight because I just figured, you can show up, whenever. No. You have to show up a little bit early. I did not because I was coming right from work. But they come get you in a golf cart from your car and drive you right to the plane. I was like, this is fancy.
It's the way to do it. It's the way to do it if you can. If you make Messi kind of money, you can do that.
You can, Messi.
Yeah, I can't even afford to fly commercial, so it's
you got to get you a fancy friend.
I do. I know. I'm still holding out, Virginia. If you find me one, let me know.
You can't have mine.
Okay. Well, the ticket prices I thought might be a little bit more affordable for Saturday's match now. It's going to be England and France, which it's still a pretty good match. You got some premier names that are in there. Mbappe is going to be playing for France. You got Kane playing for England. And I was curious if they would be playing. Right now, the status report I checked, apparently both of them will be playing, because I was throwing out that question. I'm like, if you bought tickets for the right to say you were third in the World Cup, will marquee players not play what will the ticket prices be like? And so it appears like they will play because they have so many matches they have to play every year. They may be like, what am I playing for third place for? It's crazy.
Is this important, or is this like the Pro Bowl in the NFL where nobody really does much?
Soccer fans got to let me know because, look, I've got the American sensibilities, but my American sensibilities say that you don't necessarily like soccer because they don't score enough. So maybe they look at it differently, and it's pride of nation, and so just to have the honor to play in this match is still something. So I don't know, because I could see some Americans being like, especially today, the way they get paid, be like, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to risk my body for this.
Well, what are those fat ticket prices doing? Because those ticket prices were high, and then they went down a little bit when there was uncertainty. Now that we know and the teams are set, what are the prices doing?
Not cheap. I took a look today on StubHub, and right now the cheapest ticket I saw was $755, and it's upper level end zone. It's the worst seat in the house. And that was only one that I saw. A lot of the other tickets, if you go down to the mid-level range, anywhere from $1,500 to $3,800.
Oh, no.
A ticket, not a pair. A ticket.
No.
And the most expensive ticket I saw, of course, center, lower level. Those are about $7,700 a piece for one ticket to see England and France at Hard Rock Stadium on Saturday.
Dang.
Yeah, so I kind of hung up that dream of going to that game on Saturday. That's not going to be for me. But there are some watch parties that are going on. Lots of cool things to check out. Hard Rock Live's got one. Lone Depot Park is doing one. Aventura Mall, even all the way north at Das Beer Garden in downtown Abacoa. So we'll make sure that we give you a nice little list tomorrow of all the different watch parties that you can go and check if you want to see the World Cup. Because if you're like me, you can't afford to go.
That Nico's right down the street from DOS, too. They do a good job. They're a sporty place, too. Everything in Abacoa is pumping right now.
It is. Well, we were kind of tap dancing and very much celebrating yesterday when we had heard that it passed the House of Representatives permanent daylight saving time. We're like, yeah, finally, this is great. South Florida is going to be so excited because that means that we're going to be having like an extra hour of daylight at night, so Virginia can go out and have more cocktails.
Yes.
What a great thing, right?
That's what it's all about.
So awesome for us. Now, look, there are a lot of people that believe that that is not the right way to go. They think that actually going to permanent standard time is going to be better. There's a lot of people that think it's better for our circadian rhythms to do that, and that we're trying to put commerce ahead of what our bodies truly want. And I think it also depends upon where you are in the country as to how you might feel about this.
Totally.
You know, we were talking about what it means because when you're talking late December into January, the sun is not going to rise until about 7:08 a.m. And so you got some kids out there on the roads and things like that, and there's concern about it being that dark. So, you know, some people don't love that. But when you start looking at the rest of the country, there's going to be other places where it may be much later. Like Seattle, it could be after 8 a.m. or even close to 9 a.m. In some places, they're saying Alaska, it could be close to 10 a.m. Some people say Alaska is used to wonky times, though.
Yeah, Alaska is used to the skies not cooperating with circadian rhythm.
Right. But Kim, she kind of sent a little bit of a rebuttal because it was a pretty good majority. It was about maybe 65% of people, if I remember right, yesterday that were all about the permanent daylight saving time, but we're mainly polling Floridians. So if we were in Seattle, Washington, how are they feeling about it? They probably don't feel as enthusiastic.
You're right.
Yeah. So she said, while having extra evening daylight certainly sounds appealing, I think the downside is often overlooked. The permanent daylight saving time would mean the overwhelming majority of Americans would experience sunrises around or after 8 a.m. during 4 months of the winter. It also has important safety implications. Millions of kids are going to be waiting at school buses. Commuters are going to be driving before sunrise, the busiest part of the day. And morning sunlight is essential to good health. It regulates our body's internal clock, improves alertness, boosts mood, and promotes healthy sleep. Those are the kind of things, like I was telling you, the other people who are more into our biology said, yeah, we're not doing it the right way. You need to flip it. If you're going to do one and not flip the times, then stick with the standard.
Look, I get it with the circadian rhythm and the daylight and the waking up to daylight. That's fact. We get that. But you know what else is also fact? Safety at night for women like myself who want to go shopping at Publix to get groceries so they can go home and cook dinner after working a full freaking day at work. And we want to feel safe in the parking lot at 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. I don't want it to be pitch black dark. Circadian rhythm doesn't matter if I'm getting stabbed by a creepy guy hiding behind a bush that I couldn't see.
Yeah. I don't know that there's any real compromise that you have. Some people have talked about going half and half, maybe 30 minutes is how you change it. But I'm like, that really, even the concept confused me. I was like,
sit down, Phyllis. We are not doing 30-minute intervals.
Maybe my brain just couldn't wrap around such a complex thought. But I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Only move the clock 30 minutes ahead.
Do not even come in here with that kind of math.
Yes.
You will mess my brain up so hard.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. So that is the thought. Not everybody is there, and I do understand the arguments.
Of course. So, there are two sides of this. Of course there are.
I just don't know if there's a solution that makes everybody happy. It does seem like a majority of people don't want to keep flipping. And that is the one thing. Even yesterday when we polled that number is very low. The people are like, yes, just keep flipping. I love it the way it is.
No. I'll even take the daylight earlier and the dark sooner in over switching. I just don't want to switch anymore. Give me anything but switching.
Yeah. So, we'll see how it goes on. And I do understand that there are other people that have some thoughts. And they also did say, hey, we tried this a little bit. And Kim reminds us, she said, history gives us a good lesson. The U.S. tried permanent daylight saving time during the 1973 energy crisis. It was initially very popular, but public support quickly collapsed after people experienced dark winter mornings, and Congress quickly repealed it before the experiment was complete. Russia later adopted permanent daylight saving time and ultimately abandoned it for many of the same reasons. So it has been tried before, even in this country, and it didn't go over very well. So maybe we don't know what we're asking for.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Which it could make it even more confusing if you miss the fact that they repealed it after bringing it back. Go, wait, what are we doing?
Well, you can only bring your own experience into stuff. And I've been getting up in the middle of the night for 30 plus years.
Right.
So this is life for me. So
I'd like to experience it. Let me just see. I may hate it when we get there, but let me just try it out.
And you go to bed when it's still light outside, regardless of daylight savings times or flipping times.
Right. Yeah.
So we maybe aren't the people to ask.
True.
We already have broken our circadian rhythm.
Yeah. I knew people were going to be fired up, but I didn't know they'd be that fired up. The Project Tango vote was going down yesterday, and they started before KVJ was even over. And I think before we left the air, already a couple people have been booted out.
Yeah, you knew they were going to get rowdy.
Yes.
People are scared of this thing. And it's their home. I get rowdy too.
Yeah. Oh, they were.
Look, if you don't stand up for it, who's going to stand up for it?
Here's a little sound from inside the meetings that were going on yesterday.
10 seconds. Okay, that's it. Vice Mayor, should we take a break?
We are going to take a break.
We're going to take a break for quite a while. We need to cool off a bit. But it was very heated. A lot of people were coming after this Project Tango. If you don't know about it, it's about a proposed 1 million square feet of data center space and about 2.3 million square feet of warehouse space near the 20-mile bend west of Loxahatchee Groves. And this is just one of the things. They're saying, hey, we need all this power. We need all this data storage, but where are we going to put it? That seems to be the big question. They said, not by us. The people who were developing this, they tried to smooth it over, and they said, look, we got this nice little closed-loop cooling system. We only need 5,000 gallons of water a day. It's not going to be this massive water usage that you see at these other AI data centers. We're different.
Do you trust these clowns?
I don't know if you can ever trust any of them.
You can't.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody who's got such a big financial interest in destroying the land around my house.
They tried to sell $500 million a year in tax revenue, the 500 to 600 permanent jobs, and the 1,700 temporary construction jobs it would create.
Shove that where the sun doesn't shine. Let's talk about property values.
Yeah, there was a lot came at it. I think noise was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Still traffic, environmental impacts, that's a big part that's going on as well. And then also, too, you're not too far from Saddleview Elementary School and then the Arden community that's right there. And they said, we've seen these kind of things before where even South Florida has had that, where you've had communities that are by areas and maybe it gets into the groundwater and then there's high cancer rates or certain things going on. And you're like, I just don't feel like we know enough about some of these data centers. And that's what a lot of places are saying. Look, New York even put a 1-year pause on it, said, we're not going to do any data centers. We need to do a lot of discovery here because right now it's just both sides claiming they know what is the fact, but we just don't know. What are the long-term effects on people?
We need an impartial team to study the existing data centers and figure out what the truth is. So in the meantime, they need to hit the pause button and put people over profits, you clowns.
Yeah.
And worry about the people in your community and the children growing up in this community.
Well, they did. I think the Palm Beach County commissioners, they felt the heat. And there was one guy who said, if you vote this in, I will make sure I spend the next 6 months guaranteeing none of you get reelected. So they were staring down the barrel of a lot of angry people, and the commissioners voted 5-1 to deny Project Tango.
Who's the one?
It's one commissioner. I didn't do a deep dive on her, but yeah, she'll probably be fighting for reelection.
Yeah, girl. I think you marked yourself for not getting reelected.
Yeah. People will probably put a spotlight on her today.
I hope you got a backup plan, lady.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing that had people in Palm Beach County outraged was taking away 12 free parking beaches. And they're going to slap a $4 an hour price tag on that. And they had already a petition was going on online. It was getting thousands of signatures. And the Palm Beach County officials are like, all right, let's get rid of this. So they've scrapped that. Instead, county staff is going to be implementing a free annual beach parking pass for residents while continuing to evaluate a paid parking plan that would only affect non-county residents.
Okay, now this is smarter.
Make the tourists pay, not the people that live here. You still get free access to your beach, but if you are a tourist, you will need to pay to offset some of the challenges they have in the budget.
Okay, why didn't we just say that in the beginning? Because you want to get people all pissed and see if you can sneak it through.
Well, maybe they hadn't thought of it. Maybe they didn't realize how the community would react. And that's why it's good to be vocal, because when you push back, then you don't get a Project Tango data center that you don't want. You don't have to pay to park at your favorite free beach. So it is important to be vocal to let them hear. Look, how many things have been reversed or put on pause over the last couple of months here in South Florida where people have fought back and they said, all right, we don't want any of that mess. So that's the beautiful thing about it. That's why you got to be vocal. So.
Fight, people, fight.
Yes. So I guess today there's no real reason to be upset.
Good.
I hope.
That is beautiful.
Okay.
On both fronts.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. All right, I'm over here trying to unpack the drama that is Stephon Diggs from the NFL. He's got multiple lawsuits with multiple different people. Okay, so the first one that we're unpacking here is a whole case filed by his former assistant. Now, this guy's name is Nigel, and in July of 2024, Nigel was responsible for getting Stephon Diggs' Ferrari to be transported from Miami to New York. That was his gig because he was the, personal assistant. He did a bunch of stuff besides that, but he was on this one job getting the Ferrari from Miami to New York. But somewhere in transit, the Ferrari was stolen.
Nope.
And I guess after a little time passed, Stephon Diggs started to think that maybe Nigel was involved in the thievery of his Ferrari. Now, I don't know if he has legitimate facts to back that up because we haven't been to court yet, but Stephon's not going to wait for a court to figure it out. He apparently, according to Nigel, told a bunch of his friends to go punch Nigel in the face at a strip club right here in South Florida, Tootsie's.
Tootsie's. Okay.
So at Tootsie's, fists were flying over this missing Ferrari, and Nigel is claiming that Stefan and his team are the ones behind the punches he took to the face.
Okay.
So that's going to be in court while they figure out what the heck happened there. But while that's going on, Stefan also has another battle with a man named Christopher. So Stefan is claiming that Christopher made false allegations that he was drugged and sexually assaulted by Stefan. Christopher is countersuing, standing by his claims that all of this did indeed happen at his home in 2023.
This guy's claiming this.
Yes. So the guy came out and claimed it. And then Stefan is now suing him for claiming that. And then the guy is now countersuing, saying, no. This was a sexual assault that happened. You can't sue me for talking about it. It happened.
Yeah, but the burden of proof is on him. He's got to prove that it happened.
But also, Justin Baldoni went through this. You can't sue somebody for telling their truth.
Right, but you have the burden of proof to prove it.
Right.
So have the proof. If you do, then you're good. If you don't have the proof, even if you're telling the truth, you're kind of screwed.
Oh, exhausting. I mean, for me, I would, if I was in Stefan's circle, I'd be like, maybe just stay home. Chill for a little bit.
Right.
You got a lot of lawsuits with a lot of people.
Yeah, it's hot on the street.
I love this. The super sexy Lenny Kravitz is telling us all about his habits to stay so good looking. Lenny Kravitz is 62 years old, and he looks like he's in his 40s. And he says, look, I didn't do it this way, but intermittent fasting is just the way my body is built. I don't want to get up and eat right away. I don't have my first meal of the day until late afternoon because that's the way my body likes to do it. But yeah, it is intermittent fasting, and it's always done really well for me. He says also, I work out in the same leather pants that I wear on stage. Leather, tight denim, whatever it is I'm performing in, that's what I work out in so I can make sure that I can do these moves on stage and in the gym. And I mean, I guess it wasn't his fault that his leather pants ripped that time on stage.
Oh, that's right.
That was the best thing.
I don't wonder if that was calculated.
Ever. I mean, what a move.
Yeah.
It was just incredible. But yeah, fabric and stitching can only take so much pressure.
He's in unbelievable shape. He has a 28-inch waist. 28-inch waist on Lenny Kravitz.
And he looks good. And I mean, just
unreal.
Where
what
places,
is he, like 62, something like that?
62, where you should be skinny, he's skinny. And where you should have bulging muscles, he has bulging muscles.
Just unbelievable. Looks like he's made in a lab.
Wow. But there you go. Yeah. He doesn't eat his first meal of the day until late afternoon.
Okay. All right.
And then, he's not chowing down on a big pasta dinner.
Yeah.
He's just not.
I also have a feeling I could do everything exactly how Lenny Kravitz does it, and I would look nowhere near what Lenny Kravitz looks like.
This is true. Yeah. Genetics do play a part.
Yeah.
And finally here, wow, this is a crazy case. So you've got these professional dancers from Dancing with the Stars, and Gleb Savchenko has now filed an emergency custody order against his ex, claiming that Elena Samdonova has kept his and her children, they have 2 daughters that they share together, from him. Now, he says that she has kept their kids in Hong Kong since 2023. And he wants to see his kids, Olivia and Zlata, but she is, severely enforcing a little parental alienation here. She was supposed to return the kids to the U.S. in 2024, but has not. And here we are now in 2026. And so he is filing an emergency child custody order saying, look, this is not fair. Bring the kids back to the States. And I am so on his side. You got to figure it out. And both parents have to be in the same place, if at all possible, so that these kids have an opportunity to grow up with both parents in their life. One parent should not be able to take the kids to Hong Kong and keep them there since 2023. bring them back and let the courts figure out a fair custody agreement.
Okay.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Got to tell you, the future of education looks a little bit wild. Talking about robot teachers and AI schools. Is this really where we're going? They say in Western New York, the Salamanca City Central School District is going to be deploying a full-on humanoid robot.
Whoa.
It's going to be Sally. Now, she's not going to be replacing the classroom teacher, but it is programmed to provide learning support to both students and educators. They say Sally's going to have a lifelike appearance that will be guaranteed to freak out all the children. Complete with silicone skin and long brown hair.
Oh, this is the stuff of your nightmares.
Oh, my goodness. This is horrifying. They say she's going to be stationary in a seated position, but it's going to have a wide range of upper body movements and facial expressions. She'll be able to show disapproval to your children just like the regular teacher.
And she won't get up out of that seated position until she comes to kill you.
Right. She's armed with multiple rulers to smack your kids' knuckles.
What could go wrong?
Now, here's kind of the weird thing about this Sally in-school teacher. The robo teacher is not going to be using students' names, so the kids are going to have to address themselves with a number. Doesn't this just feel like some weird sci-fi movie at this point?
Yeah, it does.
She'll be saying, "Hi, Miss Sally. I'm student number 1234." And then Sally will be like, "Hey, we were talking about this yesterday. Do you want to continue that conversation?" This is weird, isn't it?
This is so weird.
What are we doing here?
No. No, just no. What about, like, being able to read off of each other, play off of each other? She don't even know your name. You're a number?
You're a number to her.
How rude. How impersonal. How sterile and gross.
And how much does Sally cost? $57,000, discounted down from the normal price of $95,000. Isn't that about what a teacher's salary would be anyway? So instead of getting a real human teacher that can actually do things and call the kids by their actual name, you're going to spend $57,000 on a robot teacher that cannot.
What they're going to say is we can use this for years and years and years. And so the 1 year salary, okay, yeah, now we're flat the first year, but we're saving on the consecutive years.
It's wild.
That's insane.
It really is wild. Yeah, I mean, this is the future of education, I guess.
Why would we want to take the teacher out of the learning process and replace them with a robot that doesn't even know the kid's name? Mm-hmm. That's just so cold.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see exactly what is going on here. And I think this is a little bit troubling as well. We're doing some AI schools in Miami. Now, a lot of them are private schools, and, this is probably not going to be your thing, but there's a newer one called Alpha School, which has no traditional teachers, only 2 hours of core learning per school day. Now, the reason why I said it's probably not something a lot of us would look into, because it's going to cost you $65,000 every single year. So you get no teachers and you're going to pay $65,000.
Wow.
I mean,
but I can see man. Elon Musk's kids going here, Yeah,
it's a billionaire-backed artificial intelligence school in Miami Beach. And so that's what it is. I guess the rich people don't want humans teaching their kids.
And they're just going to steamroll this AI agenda and bring up a next generation of a small privileged group of young people that will be the next generation of the privileged AI few.
Yeah.
That control everything and push through these data centers and believe in it and have the money and the financing to take all of the important things like human connection out of our lives.
Mm-hmm. Now, Alpha School Miami, they already operate a campus across from Tropical Park in West Miami-Dade. So they're trying this new model. We'll see what happens, but there are more and more AI schools that are popping up in Miami. 250 students they're going to have. It was formerly a Montessori school since 1999. I just can't believe the price. The fact that you don't get any teachers and you're paying $65,000, and you look across town, Gulliver Prep's $56,000.
Wow.
So you're paying more than you would at Gulliver Prep to send your kid to an AI school that has no teachers. And then the thing that's really crazy about this is the numbers that just came out, like here in the last couple of weeks. The U.S. spent $30 billion to ditch textbooks for laptops and tablets to go more digital in their education. And now in the testing, they're finding that kids are less cognitively capable than their parents that actually had to use school books.
I totally agree with that.
I mean,
I've seen it in my own child who struggles with reading comprehension. And a lot of the stuff that he wants to do is, oh, can I do this online? I was like, no, you are holding a book, damn it. And you're going to read a book and turn pages. But they are trying to change our children, and it is not for the better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the comments. Stephanie said, yeah, that robot teacher is never going to be asking for a pay raise. Maybe that's why they're doing it. They're tired of hearing Florida teachers asking for that raise. And Grant said, at least you don't have to worry about the robots touching your children. So at least not yet. Who knows what happens in the future?
Good Lord.
Well, that's where we're going.
I mean, we're just sealing our own fate. This is not good for the masses of normal children. Yeah. So the few children that are privileged that can afford this AI school will be fast-tracked to world domination.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like it's the wrong way to teach kids. So the rich kid's going to be taught the wrong way, whereas the poor kids maybe will be taught the right way through school books and wind up smarter than the rich kids.
But then with their powerful money and agenda, they're pushing through this AI culture.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where it winds up going. But robot teachers, will that be the future? AI schools? My goodness.
I'm aging out of Earth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can you answer like a majority of the people here on the KVJ show? It's myself, Virginia, and Denny's here putting it all to the test today. Okay, first thing, we're looking for a type of pie. A type of pie.
Pie.
Yes. What are we going to go with here?
This is PG, right? Because I got an answer for you, but it might be for the After the Show podcast.
I got you. Okay.
You know the pie I speak of.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I knew it right when you first said it.
I'm going to go the old easy apple. What do you think, Virginia?
Yeah, it's my husband's favorite. It's not my favorite, but I went apple.
I did too, trying to get that first easy point.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We all got a little strategy that's going on here. We're kind of like laying up a bit, trying to figure this whole thing out.
Feeling out the room.
Yes.
Okay.
The first two you try to match, and then the third one you try to, separate a little bit.
It's weird because our wild card isn't here today. Jbird is out dealing with intestinal issues still, and he's usually the one that throws this game into crazy town. So now it's weird that we're all going to probably match.
I know, weirdly, I try to match with him at the end just so I can separate from you all, but it never works out for me.
All right, next up, give me a school subject. A school subject. All right, what are you going to go with here, Virginia? What is your school subject?
All right, I'm going to try to match with Kev on this one.
Yeah.
History. You know history, Kev?
All right.
He loves history.
Right.
Man, I was thinking about history, Kev, as well. I got to try to find a way to separate from y'all. I put history, too.
Dang it, I put math.
Oh, my gosh.
No, yeah. I should have gone history.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah, I thought maybe you gravitate to what you hate the most, and that did not work out. Terrible strategy, Kev.
The math.
Wow, okay. We got a point, Big
Yeah,
D.
look at that. Woo.
Okay,
Finish
Virginia.
him.
Virginia and Denny's jump out to an early lead here. Okay, next up, give me a famous duo. Famous duo. What are you going to go with? Anyone where you would say and in the middle. What do you got over there, Denny's?
I mean, I went Cheech and Chong.
Oh, yes, of course you did. I went Batman and Robin.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Virginia?
I tried to think like Denny's. I went Cheech and Chong.
Dang, you two are, wow. I might just sit back and just watch this.
I mean, it's hard to host the show and be a contestant.
Yes.
There's no excuses in this game. I'm just blowing it. The other ones maybe, not this one. I'm just not bringing it today. Okay, give me a children's book character. Okay. Children's book character. I'm going to go with Harry Potter.
I almost put that.
Darn, I almost did too. And
Okay, you didn't?
I didn't.
That's good. That's good.
I went real OG.
What'd you put, Denny's?
I put Mother Goose.
Virginia?
I went gato en el sombrero, otherwise known as the cat in the hat.
Yeah.
Cat in the Hat.
I will say, reading Dr. Seuss books to Lachlan, those books are long. I didn't realize, I forgot how long Dr. Seuss books are. Each one of them's like 30 pages.
Yeah, but there's only 10 words on each page.
But there's so many pages. Some of these kids' books are so much shorter.
Here's a parental trick for you. You can flip
Skip
the
a
pages
couple.
and have a few of them accidentally stick together.
Yes, I do that. There's a point in the middle where you're like, all right, we get the point here.
Speed it up, gato.
Yeah.
Give me a frozen food brand. Frozen food brand, Virginia.
Frozen food.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was here, and I'm just doing this for him, Jbird would definitely say Stouffer's.
Okay.
I know. I'm trying not to think like Virginia or Jbird. I went healthy choice, thinking maybe Kev.
Oh, okay. I can't even really think of it because I really don't eat frozen foods. Is Swanson still a thing?
Yeah. Swanson dinners.
Swanson. Swanson's does all the vegetables. You would pick Swanson's.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Bird's Eye and Swanson.
Yeah,
right.
bagged vegetables. No flavor.
Give me a game show. Let's go with the game show. You know what? All right, I'll change. Okay.
I know this one's tough. I'm really trying not to think like Virginia.
Well, I'm getting crushed here. I'm down 3-1. You guys are all over it. Okay, what are you going to go with, Denny's?
I went Price is Right.
I did 2.
Oh.
Virginia.
I did 3.
No.
Oh, man.
Gosh,
no
she just
way.
thinks like everyone.
Wow.
I'm trying to get some separation here.
Okay.
What's the score?
You guys have 4. I've got 2. So it is whoever gets a decisive point between you two. It's going to be the winner.
Okay. All right.
This is tough.
This is tough.
Give me a sport people pretend to understand.
I feel like we're all going to put the same one.
I feel like if you don't put this, you're dumb.
Virginia?
Soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
All right,
okay.
You had to. You had to.
It's just so obvious.
Okay. Give me a type of cracker. Type of cracker.
Can I put Kevin?
Sure, you could. See if you get a match. I would definitely qualify. A buttery cracker I am. Denny's, what do you got?
So that last thing threw me out. I put Captain Wafers. You know, it's like the most famous.
Oh, the Captain's Wafers. Yes.
It's like the most famous cracker there is.
Yeah, it is. That and the saltine.
Saltine. There's also Ritz.
I went Ritz.
No.
Virginia.
I went Ritz.
No. Virginia gets the dub.
Trying to go with the most famous one.
On the
Doing
cracker.
Ritz.
Suck it, Big D.
Yeah.
I want to hear
Man,
it.
oh, man. All right. Virginia gets another one. Virginia's slowly starting to build a dynasty in this game quietly now.
She does. She wins this one a lot.
Yeah,
Thank
she
you
does.
for the respect.
Mm-hmm. I mean, imagine this. You're 36 years old, and your entire life you just felt like you were with the wrong family. It's like, I don't know, just I look different than everybody else. I just kind of feel different. We don't have the same sensibilities. Well, this actually happened to a 36-year-old dude named Jeremy Morrison in Colorado. He went and said, you know what? It just feels off. So he went and did a DNA test a couple of years ago, and he found out that he was switched at birth.
He also found out he was 100% that bitch.
Yeah?
Like Lizzo.
Oh, okay.
I just did a DNA test.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Throw a little Lizzo at me.
He's not the first. There
No.
are quite a few stories of this happening, and you hope that now the technology is better. When Rocco was born, they immediately put a little a homing device on him. They clamp it on his ankle and they clamp it on his little wrist, and just to make sure that when they're in the nursery and they're throwing the babies around, giving them treatments, that they don't switch them up. You hope this happens less now, but I think in the 80s and maybe the 70s, like, it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
There weren't the protocols.
Yeah, they said that he was switched with Kyle Bylan, who was born just hours apart in the same hospital in Grafton, North Dakota in 1988.
And it's possible nobody did it on purpose.
Sure.
They were just, juggling babies, and maybe you had, somebody called in sick that day and 3 nurses were doing the job of 4, and these two little babies got switched.
So this 36-year-old, he goes home with this dude Kyle Byland's biological parents, and then Byland went home with his biological parents.
Wow.
And now both dudes are suing Unity Medical Center. They're demanding more than $50,000 for this.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, more than 50. So it falls into that category where it's more than 50. So it could be hundreds.
Yeah, they don't want anything. They don't want a penny less than 50K.
I think they deserve millions.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Your whole life, you've felt ostracized and like an outsider in your own family. That has to have severe mental scarring.
Well, have you ever seen that where sometimes you have families and everybody looks almost exactly the same? You're like, of course you're in the same family.
Of course.
Because they do. Now imagine if
you got Kyle over here and everybody's like, oh, Kyle don't look like nobody.
Right. So imagine how weird that's always got to feel, where it's just like, how is it I look nothing like my siblings?
And your lippy grandma, who's so old and lost her filter, she's going to say Kyle is probably the milkman's son,
right,
and pass that rumor through the family.
That does happen. I've heard that, where grandma would be like, I don't believe it.
You aren't one of us. Poor Kyle's just trying to make it in life, and now he's got to deal with all this. Oh, yeah. Sue him, Kyle.
And it was a DNA test that let him know he was switched at birth.
I definitely wouldn't be here in Colorado today if I would have went home with the right parents. I'd be working the farm with my older brother that I never knew I had.
When you feel like you don't fit in, being switched at birth is probably not your first thought.
I never would have guessed.
But Jeremy Morrison says he has always felt different from his family.
But I didn't have anyone that looked like me in my family. I was that blonde-haired kid that stood out in a family full of brown-haired people.
And 2 years ago, at 36 years old, he finally found out why he felt that way when
we got the DNA test back.
Morrison says that test showed his parents were not actually his parents.
That's wild.
Poor kid. Poor guy.
So my question, if you were switched at birth, he finds out when he's 36. Would you then go and try to live the life that you were supposed to live with those people? Or how do you divide your time? Or do you go with whoever you feel like you fit with more?
First, I hire a production company. Okay. And then I go on a journey to find out who the hell I really am. And I let them video the whole entire thing so you can sell it to Netflix and maybe make a little coin off of all this pain. But I mean, I would need to be in such intense therapy and working out so many things. I mean, what if he got with a family that was kind of mean to him? And he could have had a great life on the farm with parents that were kind. And Kyle got the kindness and Jeremy got the douchebags.
Well, that's what kind of stinks. And maybe he's hamming that up because he's got a lawsuit. But
good, ham it up.
Yeah, he's saying, he's like, this put me into a life I didn't want to live, because I would have been on the farm with my older brother. This would have been a life I was robbed of my entire life. 36 years.
And he's right.
You kept me from being who I was supposed to be because you numbskulls switched us at birth.
Document the whole thing, bruh. Hire a production company. Get a film crew. Have them film every minute. This is a good story, and a lot of people, including me, would watch it.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder how many people are hearing this or have gone through that, and they've wondered their entire life. They look at their sisters. Like there's one person that says, I look nothing like my sisters. And the chat, and then what do you do? How many people have done that? And they look around and be like, okay, I've got 3 sisters and all 3 of them look the same. I look nothing like them. What are the odds that I'm the 1 out of 4 that doesn't look like my other siblings? And they all look identical.
I mean, chances are you are in your family you were raised.
But what are the odds that you would go get a DNA test to prove it?
I think you should if you don't feel right. I think everybody who doesn't feel right should. Don't you want answers instead of worry and confusion and wonder?
Yeah. So if you were switched at birth, what family do you think you'd spend the most time with? Your biological parents, the place where you should have been in life, or the parents that raised you?
I would say,
you know.
You probably, I mean, you spent enough time with the ones that raised you. It's time to go explore the biological ones.
I think I would go and probably spend a good year with my biological family, get to really know them well. And then at the end of that year, I would decide which family I'd spend more with. Now, I'm not going to cut anybody off, but where you decide to spend your time and who you identify with. I'd just be like, where do I fit in the most?
Everything's up for grabs at this point, though.
Yeah.
And I mean, how you were treated as a child is going to be a big implication.
Yeah, you're right. I think
who I spend time with.
It's all relative, how your childhood was. This guy sounds like, at least for the lawsuit, he's saying that he was robbed. It doesn't sound like he's happy. He is like, you have stolen me from my destiny and who I was supposed to be. You're going to have to pay for that. Now, 83% of people say that they would actually gravitate towards the parents that raised them. They would stay with what they knew. And I think if you were happy and you had a good childhood, you probably would. And not to mention, if they were good to you, you wouldn't want to feel like you're slighting them.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But if they were even a little bit sideways, and it sounds like he was an only child. He didn't get the pleasure of having siblings and the joy of having that brother that he aches for.
Sure, yeah. Chris said, you know what, in this situation, even though they are your biological family, they're not your family. They're your blood relatives, and there's a difference there. Family is, you look at blended families or just odd families where you're not blood related, but you consider yourselves to be family. And maybe that's the argument, is that is a stronger bond, who you identify as family rather than who might be a blood relative, like your Uncle Jerry. Not a blood relative.
You're right.
But he is like family, and you would call him family.
We all long to know where our roots are from, though. There's something biological inside each of us that you can try to pretend isn't there. It absolutely is there, that you want to be able to know and understand who you came from and your people, and that's what you consider home.
Yeah.
All of us long for that, and these people deserve to find out that.
And the girl who said that she looks nothing like her siblings and they all look alike, she said, I wouldn't want to get a DNA test.
Really?
That would be chancy, because then you remove all doubt. You could just be like, of course we're sisters. And in your own mind, you're still sisters. You get a DNA test and it proves it wrong. You know you're not. Now you got to go down that rabbit hole of, okay, what happened? It's probably not good. If you don't know about it and you're an adult, there's probably something sinister as to why
a bad secret.
And do you want to uncover that if you've been living blissfully your entire life?
So if you're happy and you're blissful, maybe don't upset the apple cart.
Yeah, maybe.
If you love your situation and if you think, man, I hit the jackpot, maybe you did. Maybe the situation that you were born into sucked and your guardian angels intervened and you were switched at birth, and then you got to grow up happy in this family where genetically you don't belong, but damn, they're nice to you. Maybe they have, money. Maybe they raised you with the resources the other family wouldn't have been able to.
So if you look nothing like your siblings, do you get the DNA test to prove it right or wrong?
I would, because I'm just in my head about everything. I would not be able to think about anything else until I got the answers.
I don't think I would, because as Jack Nicholson says, I can't handle the truth.
Oh, I would so handle the truth, and I would hire a production company and I would turn it into a Netflix special.
Okay.
Faster than you could say DNA.
61% of people said that they would get the DNA test if they look nothing like their siblings.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Danny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
All right, it's time for a little comedy on the KVJ Show. Danny's going to be bringing the jokes. We're going to let them know which ones are hitting and which ones are not as part of the joke jury. All right, what you got for us today, Denny's?
All right, joke one. Which 1960s surf rock band only sings about cleaning detergents?
1960s surf rock band that only sings about cleaning detergents? I don't know. Who is that?
The Bleach Boys.
I can see that being a corny commercial would work.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Second joke. What's the best way to defend yourself against a pig attack?
I don't know. What is the best way to defend yourself against a pig attack?
Hand-to-hand combat.
Ham on.
Third joke. What's the mark of the beast in the Gen Z Revelations?
I don't know. What is the mark of the beast in the Gen Z Revelations?
6667.
Okay. Throw their hands up. Do that whole thing. Yeah.
Now that's a great joke.
6667.
Fourth joke. Why is it so difficult to get the respect of a funeral director?
I don't know. Why is it so tough to get the respect of a funeral director?
Because you got to earn it.
Yes, you do.
Somebody is working.
He is. He's bringing it today.
Yes.
And final joke. What was the prostitute doing on the corner for candy bars?
I don't know. What was the prostitute doing on the corner for candy bars?
Turning Twix.
Okay. Yes, she was. That dirty little thing.
Nice round.
It was. It was.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. I watched a video yesterday of Ariana Grande impersonating every single Harry Potter character that had a distinctive voice. And wow, talk about nailing it. We've heard her do this before. Mm-hmm. She does Celine Dion.
Right.
Impeccably. She does Britney. I think, I mean, if she wanted, if the singing and acting ever wasn't paying off, she could do one of those reality shows where everybody does impressions.
She'd be great on SNL.
She'd be great on, she has been great on SNL. Mm-hmm. So yeah, here she is promoting her REM beauty line and doing it as all of the different characters from Harry Potter.
Where's my blur butter, you?
Not me. Not my blur butter. Where is it, Hermione?
Dobby wants to know where his blur butter is, master. Dobby has been presented with the blur butter. He's a free elf. Dobby is free.
It's pretty good.
I mean, it's pretty good. She's so talented. So, yeah, that makes me want to go buy the REM beauty line to support this kind of marketing. Not that she needs my money, but right. I love creative marketing. I'm sad that Jbird is still out because of intestinal issues. He would be so excited to see this. So MGM Studios has just released the first trailer for I Play Rocky, and this is the prequel following Stallone's real-life battle to write and star in Rocky, the original movie. Everybody told him he couldn't do it. They doubted him. They didn't want him to play Rocky, and he was like, nope, I'm going to show everybody that they're wrong, and I'm going to kill it, and he did. And the first trailer has dropped.
And you want to talk about Ariana Grande doing great impressions? The guy that is playing Rocky, a young Rocky in this, listen to how good he does Rocky's voice.
There's something big here.
You wrote this in 3.5 days.
This is good.
To have someone like Chuck Bronson, or we could do Eastwood.
Guys, I play Rocky.
I have no idea what that means.
So the writer wants to be in it as the lead. No, absolutely not. Throw some money at him. $25K.
No.
Raise the offer. Try 75. You parking cars, for Christ's sake. Sylvester.
No.
175. Go to 200. No?
I'm not getting this up. Not for $1 million. Not for 10.
He stood by his guns, and look at the career he had.
Good for him. You know what? You got to bet on yourself.
Yeah.
If you bet on yourself, you know you will put the work in, and he did.
Yep.
He shot the movie, I think, in days less than they gave him. They gave him like a month to shoot it. Like, crazy the success story that Sylvester Stallone has been. So the cast also includes Matt Dillon and Anna Sophia Robb and PJ Byrne. You can look for I Play Rocky this November in theaters. And finally, Meghan Markle got a new gig. Jbird would hate this / love this. She has just been confirmed as a guest judge on MasterChef Australia, which is a cooking show. And on the show, she asked the contestants to, quote, create a dish fit for a duchess.
Oh, boy.
I love it. When they went over to the UK recently, I don't know if you saw this, but Prince Harry was there. He got some FaceTime with his dad, King Charles, and his ugly stepmom, Queen Camilla. But he did not get any FaceTime with his brother, apparently he and his brother still no contact. So
yeah, his brother was all up at Wimbledon, though. He had the whole family out there. So I don't know if that was the conflict that he's like, sorry, bruh, I got Wimbledon.
Bruh, I don't care about our brother relationship. I want to watch tennis.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
That says everything you need to know. And it may not be that he has a problem with Harry. It may be that he has a problem with Meghan Markle. And she was there.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids were there, too. So
yeah,
the problem might not be with Harry.
You know, Prince Harry is starting to get the same hairline as his brother William, though. He's 41, and he actually was talking about what's going on with his hair because he's losing it fast.
We should definitely move on.
I like your beard. It's trimmed nicely. I trim my beard every sort of 5-6 days. Just to keep it a little bit tidy. Nothing really happening on top. I get a haircut. Otherwise, I try not to look at what's happening.
No.
And then I don't think, Jake, we don't need to go there.
We don't need to go there. No, right.
Okay.
So he knows that it's not great up there, but with all that money, why can't that cat take his ass to hair club?
He and his brother, neither one of them. They're like, yeah, we're going to do the Dr. Phil look. His brother does look better, William. It cut what hair he does have a little bit shorter, and I think it's a better look. But, yeah, that's where they're going.
Yeah, because the Dr. Phil doesn't work. Just bick it all.
Yeah.
You got to one or the other. I think William looks terrible. I'm looking at pictures of him right now.
Did you see him at Wimbledon? I thought he looked better at Wimbledon.
Did you see the side shot?
No, I don't know. What I saw, but
I'm looking at a side shot that does not look great.
Okay, all right.
I'm very judgy, and for that I do not apologize. But dude, take it to hair club. You can afford it.
I agree. They're in London.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for viral audio.
Hey, yeah, beautiful hair.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Box.
We got weights and fit. There we go.
Pretty exciting game yesterday. England goes up 1-0. They're pretty much controlling the first half of the World Cup semifinal. And then Argentina comes storming back. They score a goal to tie it. And then Lionel Messi's got basically a shot close to the goal. And he just does his right footer and puts it right in the perfect place for his teammate to do a header right into the goal to take the 2-1 lead and ultimately get the win. And let me tell you, this announcer was loving it.
Pero qué trasero que tienen. Por Dios. Por eso otra cosa. Viene Messi. Va Messi. Va Messi, mete el centro.
Okay, pretty good matchup. You got the defending champs going against the European champs, and Spain has won their only title on their lone finals appearance in the World Cup. So we'll see what winds up happening on Sunday. Should be pretty exciting. You know, FIFA's doing something a little bit new here now that they're in America. They're going to have performances before, during, and even after the match, including a halftime show. Jennifer Hudson is going to be doing the Star Spangled Banner before kickoff.
Oh, my gosh. She's going to nail it.
Nicole Scherzinger and Robbie Williams are going to be performing during the pre-match celebration, with Tom Cruise making a special appearance for no known reason.
I loved it till you said Tom Cruise.
Right. Okay. Let's randomly just throw Tom Cruise in there.
Is he going to do some kind of stunt?
I think
is he promoting a movie?
He does have a movie that's coming up, but it's not a stunty kind of movie. In fact, they were talking about how he looks old and whatever. He's chasing his Academy Award with this latest movie. It's kind of a comedy spoofy type thing where he's, you know, not looking like Tom Cruise.
Instead of chasing the bad guy off a cliff and jumping down 40 feet, he's chasing Oscar.
Mm-hmm. Then you got Justin Bieber, Madonna, BTS, and Shakira. They're going to be doing the halftime show.
Dang.
Big names there. Now they just announced Post Malone is going to be headlining the closing ceremony.
Wow.
Yeah. So some big names going to be going on there for the World Cup. Tickets still not cheap if you want to go to the bronze medal game. That's going to be happening Saturday at Hard Rock Stadium.
You looked, and the cheapest ticket you could find was how much?
$755. That's upper level end zone. You're looking at pretty much $1,500 to $3,800 for a lot of the tickets, and this is on StubHub, so you might find them maybe somewhere else. But if you want to go for the really nice center lower level seats, $7,700 a piece on StubHub this morning.
That's a kick in the shorts, literally. No pun intended.
It is. And, honestly, I don't know if you're paying attention to Marcello Hernandez. He's a Miami guy. He's on SNL. He just announced he's going to be coming to Hard Rock Live in November. He's going to be doing the first night in Spanish, second night he does in English.
Okay, I like that.
Kind of a cool little angle. And he was hosting the ESPY Awards last night and did a decent job. Came out there and even referenced and threw a little jab at Shane Gillis, who hosted it last year.
Welcome to the ESPY Awards. Thank you so much for being here. This is the only award show where none of the nominees were bullied in high school. I am Marcello Hernandez, and I am the first Latino to host the ESPY Awards in over 25 years. I also want to shout out last year's host, Shane Gillis. He is watching from home like a true American. On his couch, drinking a beer while a Hispanic guy does his job.
He also had some other jokes, taking a little shot at Jake Paul and Bill Belichick.
I also must say it's an honor to be here among so many incredible athletes and Jake Paul. My dad and my stepdad are both here, and they're over 50, and I know that's how you like them. The Knicks won their first championship since 1973. And to put into perspective how long ago that was, in 1973, hockey players didn't wear helmets. Basketball had no three-point line. And in 1973, Bill Belichick was the age his girlfriend is now.
There you go. Pretty good job for Marcello Hernandez last night on ESPN.
Was his girlfriend there in the crowd with Bill?
I don't know.
Jordan or whatever her name is?
I didn't see the video. I didn't watch it last night.
I need to see that clip if they pan to her in that moment.
Right. If you're Bill Belichick, I probably wouldn't go. Because the only thing you're going to do is take shots at you. I'll sit this out.
Good.
It was all about the Knicks last night. They got the best team. Best athlete went to Jalen Brunson from the Knicks. And then the best championship performance was Jalen Brunson. So Knicks all over the place last night on the ESPY Awards. You gonna stay in this relationship? It's a big question here. But if you don't know, you can let us know what's going on, and we'll give you a judgment, makeup or breakup. This person says their fiance was catfishing them. It's been going on like the last 3 months, and they're using a fake Instagram account.
Oh.
With a girl named Brianna. And apparently the whole thing with this Brianna was she was baiting me to see if I would cheat. I didn't bite. But that's not the point anymore. The fact that she went through all that trouble, created a whole fake person, sent flirty messages, and even had Brianna try to get me to meet up for drinks is what is now messing with my head. And then when I confronted her, she said she only did it because her ex cheated, and she needed to know if I was different than her ex. Now, the wedding's coming up in 6 weeks. My family has already flown in from out of state.
Oh, no.
Venue all paid for. Now, look, I've genuinely loved her, but I just can't stop thinking about why would you do this now? And she just said, I just had to know for certain that you were not going to cheat on me. And I had to test that before I said I do. And I'm like, the fact that you had to test questions whether or not we should even be together in the first place. So do you think I should call off the wedding or just chalk this up to she made a terrible mistake and she proved her point, and she knows I'm not going to cheat on her, even with a hot chick named Brianna when she tries to DM me on Instagram?
This is a tough one because, she was deceptive and weird, and she got busted, which is the most embarrassing part of all. Like, if you're going to do something like this, make sure you're as slicky enough to pull it off, and you obviously weren't. So you went outside of your skill level trying to be all slick. We all bring baggage into relationships of, unfortunately, the people that have hurt us in the past. And if in every other way this girl is fantastic and you love her and you really enjoy your time together and there's no other red flags, maybe you can get past this and realize that she was just trying to protect her heart, and she was battered and bruised from the last dude that cheated on her. Getting cheated on is pretty traumatic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's pretty brain altering. It changes your chemistry of your brain, whether you want to admit it in the moment or not. I can tell you because I've been cheated on. I've walked in on cheating happening in real time, and it F's you up. And it makes you do things and say things and act in ways that maybe you wouldn't have done prior to the cheating. So if you love her in every other way, and she's awesome, and you can see it in your heart to give her a little forgiveness on this, maybe you would flush away the best girl that could have ever happened to you if you break it off. This is at least worth exploring in front of a paid professional psychiatrist. I would go psychiatrist on this one. I would go, give me an MD.
Yeah.
Let's talk this through.
Clock's ticking, though.
The clock is ticking.
You don't have a lot of time to work these things out.
6 weeks is a long time to get some expert opinion, to take her in with me, for us all to sit down and say, look, this is effed up that you did this to me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to throw away possibly the best thing that I've ever had. So let's work this through.
Mm-hmm. The one thing I would tell you, and I've heard people say this, they're like, well, everything's already planned and my family's here. First off, why is your family coming 6 weeks early?
That's
like,
weird.
what the heck is that? I'd be like, like, you can come 6 days, not 6 weeks. Y'all need to go home. But that's the whole thing. I would never let that be the reason why you get married, because everything's planned and family's here. I don't care if it's all set up and they're all waiting for you at the chapel, wherever you might get it. If it's not the right thing and you discover that, it's a lot better to be like, you know what? Something came to light and this ain't going to work out. Sorry to waste your guys' time. It wasted my money, but this is not going to happen.
Learn from my mistake. I was crying on the morning of my wedding, marrying my first husband.
Yeah.
Not the right person for me. I wasn't the right person for him, but I was going through with it because I felt all the pressures of the impending wedding. I was in the food court at the Gardens Mall the morning of my wedding, crying, questioning whether or not I should do this. And I did it, and it was a mistake.
Yeah.
And I never should have done it. It became it became way more than 3. It became many years of pain and suffering because of that bad decision. It's never too late, even the night of your wedding, to say, I'm not doing this. I got to figure this out. I got to get some help. I got to go talk to a therapist. I can't put myself in a situation where I make a bad thing worse.
Yeah, 85% of people were saying this is a breakup. So it sounds like you at least put it on hold. Now, an interesting thought from Grant. He said, go through with the wedding, but don't fill out the marriage certificate. And if you can work through the issues, then you can legally marry later. But yeah, just going through the ceremony doesn't necessarily mean that you're married. You have to do all the legal part of it. So you can go through the ceremony. If it does stick, then that's great. But just say, yeah, we'll file this in 6 months. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, that's an option too.
Interesting thought. So, yeah, do love your help on this. If you have ever got a situation you're thinking that maybe you need to be getting out of it, you can send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, and we'll do what we can. We've got some interesting thoughts and some great advice. But, yeah, a very big majority of people would not go through with this wedding after being catfished. All right, time to hear your confessions. What is that deep, dark secret that you're holding on to here today? Well, release yourself of it. Be free. Just send us a text, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. This text says, I've secretly been selling pictures of myself doing naughty things online for men, and my wife doesn't know about it.
Oh, this is from a dude.
She asked me about the extra $1,000 a month in income, and I said, yeah, I got a raise. How about that, huh? Whoa. He does not say in this text if he enjoys doing it for men or he just realizes that is a way for him to make money. Because I do know a lot of times there are straight guys that are male strippers in gay clubs.
That is true.
You know what? That's just where I get my money. So
I've been in lots of gay clubs and everybody's dancing and I'm like, wow, I have a weird connection. I'm the one straight girl in the whole club. I had a weird connection with this dancer up there. This gay male dancer is like giving me the eye. And then I'm like, oh, wait. He's not a gay male dancer. He's a straight male dancer. And I'm the only meat in this club he's interested in. That happens a lot.
It does. Yeah, you're right.
It's very funny. If you want to feel special, girls, that's the way to do it.
This confession says, my ex poured herself a drink when she came over to my place to get her stuff. When she went to the bathroom, I grabbed my cat, who had just gotten out of the litter box, and took his paw and dunked it in her drink.
What are we doing? Honestly, sir.
So petty.
Isn't that a lot of work?
So petty.
What happens if she comes out as you're doing it?
Well, what did she do, Virginia? What if she cheated on him? And he's like, going, okay, going to get your stuff, and you're going to take stuff that really you shouldn't be taking. You're going to go to the bathroom, and I see my cat getting right out of the kitty litter. It's like, dunk.
See, I hear
Maybe
ya.
she kind of deserved it.
Maybe that gives him some little pleasure and charge, but here's...
Don't tell me you wouldn't be rooting on this if the genders were reversed. You'd be like, you go, girl, you show him.
Look, I'm all about revenge. I root for revenge. I plan revenge. I will sit 3 years and wait for revenge. It is what I love. But she's not going to know the paw was in the drink. So it's not true revenge. You're not getting her. You're just making yourself feel better and you're being weird. And if she walks out and sees you, now it's just bizarre. She's going to tell everybody what a weirdo you are.
Okay, so you think he's a weirdo. You don't think that he's very clever.
It's not true revenge. You're not clever.
Okay.
Maybe you're making yourself feel better. You know, I've heard of people that put their ex's toothbrush in their butt. Like, okay.
Yeah, I guess, you know.
You
he
showed
just,
them, but
he
they have
probably
no...
just saw a moment and he was just like, okay.
They have no idea you did it. It's not true.
He knows he did it.
It's not good revenge.
He's got that personal satisfaction. Okay, you're saying it's, what would you grade that as? A through F?
C-.
C- on that revenge attempt, huh? He just didn't do it right.
If it makes you feel better, great, then good. Go about your day. But
okay, so you think that's uncalled for and stupid, huh?
You're not hurting her in any way.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, if the cat paw has fecal matter on it.
Now then, you are.
And that's, I think, the point.
Then it's diabolical.
Okay. All right. Well, 62% of people say they actually do like the cat paw revenge, Virginia. So they're rooting for it.
I always like revenge where the person that's wronged you actually feels something.
Okay.
And gets the true pain.
What if she then got sick?
Well, then, yeah, you got to call her and let her know about that cat paw. Yeah. Oh, by the way.
Okay. A couple other confessions here. One person said, when I eat gingerbread men, I always start with the head so I don't cause him any unnecessary suffering by decapitating his limbs first. That's so kind of you.
That's funny. Now I'm going to think about that every time I eat a gingerbread man.
Not my arm. Oh, no, not the other leg. This person, have you ever seen those fancy Instagram videos they do when they're trying to sell a house? This says my neighbors are selling their house and they've got one of those fancy Instagram videos with the drone footage.
Those videos work.
And this guy's walking around pointing out the rooms. Somehow this thing is online and nobody noticed that I am standing in my window next door butt-ass naked and the drone goes flying right by and there's a quick glimpse of my nudity. I've been trying to get it down and I can't.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yes. And he's like, can somebody help me out here? Like, what the heck, man? But he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to really let everybody see that he's naked. So he's in this weird spot where he's trying to get the video removed, but he's not trying to make a big deal of it and not responding to him.
I mean, please send me the link. We want to help you go viral.
He doesn't want us to have the link because he's trying to be discreet.
I need the link.
Okay.
Give me the link.
That poor guy.
You know what we'll do? We'll pixelate the pink parts.
Okay.
But that is
I think that's what he's looking for, yeah.
That, we can help you. We have the technology to do this. I'll give this to Panda. No one will ever see your willy, but that's funny.
And this confession says, for 5 years, I played and lost every time to this one guy in my chess club. Then one day, I've been studying this capture move. I tried it. It worked. And I finally won. I was so excited. I jumped right up. I started celebrating. I'm like, yes, yes. And I looked down and I could see how crushed he was, but I didn't feel bad. He's been beating me for 5 years. I actually didn't feel bad until the next day when I found out that night he had gone home, had a massive heart attack, and died.
Oh, no. You killed him?
I killed him with chess.
Damn.
And now I can't tell a soul I actually beat him because it looks like I killed him with chess. He ultimately handed me the best checkmate ever. I finally beat him, and now I can't brag about it because he'd be going, wow. You know, dude, the guy died the next day.
That is a checkmate.
It is. I'm like, that guy is ultimately playing life chess.
Damn.
He did. You finally got
checkmated.
You finally got your win, and you can't tell a soul.
Oh,
wild, huh?
Heartbreaking.
That guy's good.
That guy's really good. There's a whole special I watched on Netflix about the chess cheating.
Yep.
Wow, that is a good special that's on there right now.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, it gets really competitive.
I had no idea you could cheat at chess, but you can absolutely.
Can you really?
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to even know how.
I wasn't either until they revealed all the ways.
Okay.
This one guy was accused of putting a butt plug somewhere and it would vibrate because it was hooked up to the computer he was using and vibrate with certain code to tell him which moves to make.
Oh, wow. That's somebody that really wants to win. That is somebody that really wants to win.
That blew my mind. You are very into chess.
And you don't see that on a guy's face when it's like
it's like poker. You got to have a poker face.
Wow, okay. He might do that outside of chess as well. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
You know, typically what's happening is people try to fool the DMV here in Florida to get a dirty license plate. But the opposite has happened here to this 76 or 77-year-old Pompano Beach resident, Nancy Dello Stritto, who is not very happy that her plate says SQZA55.
It says
the fives look like S's, and it looks like it says squeeze ass, basically.
Okay, if she don't want that plate, I want it. Please give it to me now.
You know what? I don't know if you can sell those things. I'm sure you're going to be breaking some kind of law if you do, but my gosh, yeah, you're right. People would probably pay good money for that. Now, of course, I'm sure you'd be registered to the car, and you can't really do that kind of stuff.
I'll buy the car, too. What kind of car is it,
you're
Nancy?
Gonna buy everything.
Nancy, give me your car.
But what I love is just how upset she is by this.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community that's going to be 77 years old next month will be driving around with what this plate has to say.
That's kind of amazing.
It really is. Well, a Miami woman is facing serious charges after stabbing her friend multiple times during an argument over drinking beer inside an Uber. 32-year-old Lynn Marie Zamora was arrested on an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. She grew irritated when her friend repeatedly told her she couldn't drink beer during the ride. Oh, this sounds like something Virginia might do.
I mean, I always drink beer during my ride, but sometimes you got to put it like in a Burger King cup or save your kid's cup.
Who knows? Maybe she added in that. And maybe her friend said, like, you can't do that. It's like, nobody knows. Shut up.
Shut up. Nobody tells me what to do. Ugh, I cannot be friends with this girl.
Well, Zamora grew irritated when her friend repeatedly told her she couldn't drink the beer during the ride. So she pulled some scissors out of her bag and stabbed him in the bicep and calf.
It seems appropriate.
I mean, you're right. I mean, it's fair, right? It's an even trade-off.
Nobody's getting in the way of me and my Schlitz.
Wow.
I stabbed her.
Pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
Did You see the video of the dude that fell in the porta potty in Kansas City?
No.
Oh, it was so gnarly.
What happened? He fell in the hole?
I haven't heard how he got in there or why he got in there.
Is he on crack or something?
Great question. That part I don't know, but the video that you can see is they have to take out their power saw, the electric saw, and they got to slice through the plastic to free this guy from the bowl. And you can see they're kind of like going, all right, dude, you got a room. You can get yourself out. Because they're like, I don't want to touch him.
Bro, come out. We're going to out of there. Cut all the way down. Watch your self. Get it way back. We're going to cut all the way down. Get way back. Watch your arm.
When he got out, they had to hose him down because he was covered in poo-poo.
Oh, my gosh. I mean... He got that cyclospora on contact.
Oh, my gosh. He's bathing in it.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, it's so gnarly.
What happened? I need the front end.
I know. I would, too. Right now, it's only a video going around. Probably tomorrow we'll maybe have a little bit more to the story, but it's very new.
If he did something stupid, and that's why he was in there.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
I would be like, get yourself out. I'm not touching this guy.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm telling you, what the police and firefighters have to go through.
Y'all don't get paid enough.
Yeah. Did you see this KTLA 5 weather reporter that had the flying cockroach crawling up her neck as she was doing a live report?
On TV?
On TV. It is crawling up her neck as she's doing the report. And the amazing thing, she stays cool as a cucumber.
And it's a lot more comfortable at this hour, but we're still in the 80s here in the valley. So overnight temperatures not necessarily dropping, and this leads to less recovery time from the daytime heat.
I mean, listen how calm she is. As she's talking, there is a massive cockroach that is just crawling up her neck, going up under, like in her hairline, up the back of her neck.
She can't see it, though, so she doesn't know what it is. She just knows. She's probably telling herself, it's a ladybug. It's a ladybug. It's a ladybug.
I think you know it's not a ladybug when it's that big. It was one of the monstrous cockroaches.
I would tell myself it's a ladybug and get through the report.
They did show her right after the report. She was like,
yes, I would do the same exact thing. Girl, you a professional.
Uh-huh. Oh, we got a more menacing animal off the coast of Stewart. They said a massive great white shark at about 15 feet was spotted just kind of cruising right off the Treasure Coast there.
I saw a video of this. Some fishermen encountered it, and the dad was messing with the kid. He's like, you want to get in with it? The little kid's like, no.
Right. No, I don't think so. Yeah,
crazy.
That's a big one.
It was a big daddy.
Mm-hmm. Other crazy video. Did you see the Blue Angels from the Navy making that low altitude flyover over Pensacola Beach?
I did see that. Something must have went wrong. They probably didn't mean to be that close to the people.
Yeah, they were close enough. Umbrellas, tents, chairs all started flying across the sand. Beachgoers are like, whoa, man, this is quite a show. But, I mean, you can only imagine. I mean, it was not very high over the crowd. And if there's any kind of issue whatsoever, I couldn't even imagine the fatalities they would have had in that story.
It feels like there was some sort of issue, and that's why it was so low, because that should not have been planned to be that low, right?
You wouldn't think normally, and if they did decide to do something a little bit hot dog, and you can bet there will probably be some disciplinary action taken to those gentlemen that were flying that.
You can't hot dog at civilians, and if I would have been on that beach, I would have crapped my bathing suit.
Yeah, as I look at it, I'm guessing more hot dog than any kind of technical issue.
Well, hot dog, you need to be sit down and have a talking to. You can't do that to people.
Yeah.
If he's in there giggling, thinking that's funny, and 10 people on the beach crap themselves, that ain't cool.
Yeah. Pretty wild. I mean, you can just even check it. Some people were talking about it.
This is the shocking moment. A Navy Blue Angel fighter jet flies just feet over a packed Pensacola Beach during an air show this morning. The jet dangerously low.
I've been coming for 10 years, and I've never seen a pass like that in my life.
Watch again. One Blue Angel jet flies right above the water, and seconds later, a second jet roaring over a stunned crowd. The incident coming just days after the military suspended 8 Apache helicopter pilots for this flyover on a South Carolina beach. But just days later, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth reversing the punishment. Tonight, the Blue Angels tell ABC News they are conducting a safety review.
Okay.
They know that Pete Hegseth is going to be like, nothing to see here.
You're all good.
As you were, boys. I don't know if that's the best plan, because now you're telling basically anybody in the military who's young and dumb, there are a lot of young kids in our military, hot dog passes for everybody. You just hot dog it up, kids.
Yeah. Well, who knows what the story was.
Hey.
Yeah, that was definitely a crazy moment. Well, in Maryland, a man stole a 3-month-old kitten from a pet store before allegedly attempting to rob a nearby bank. He still had the cat in his arms when he did. This is about 10:30 a.m. too. Surveillance footage captures the man grabbing the kitten named Magnolia, oddly enough. It was from the adoption area of a Pet Supply Plus, and then he runs directly to a PNC bank in the same shopping center. And then once inside, he hands the kitten to an employee before passing a note to the teller demanding cash. He got arrested at the scene. They said the suspect had visited nearly every day for 2 weeks, and thankfully the kitten is unharmed. But what a crazy story.
All units Charlie Sector 1034, number 1 male, mid-20s, wearing yellow shirt, black beanie, unknown color pants. Possibly has a cat with him.
Immediately saw all of these police cars. I thought, wow, that's a heck of a response for a stolen cat. But then I realized they all were going down to the bank. They came back out a few minutes later and said, yes, there is a cat inside the bank.
There you go.
Is the cat going to be charged as a co-conspirator? Because I
Should
feel
not
like
be.
The cat kind of kept the lady busy while he passed the note for the money. You don't know that they weren't in on it together.
No, Magnolia the cat, completely innocent.
Cat burglar.
Completely innocent.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Well, really happy to see that we have now an opening date for the return of the Palm Beach Improv.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Yeah, I thought so as well. I mean, I absolutely loved it when it was at City Place in downtown West Palm Beach. And what I even loved just as much was the Copper Blues Rock Pub and Kitchen they had right next door. They had amazing food. They had a great selection of beers, just cool environment. I know we did some KVJ live shows there.
We did.
Brought some musical artists there.
We did.
For some shows.
We had our KVJ beer there.
Mm-hmm.
We had sampling of all those KVJ beers before we ran the brewery into the ground and they had to close.
That's right. Yeah, well, they basically pulled the building out from underneath them. They're like, we're going to tear this building down, so you might want to leave.
Bye.
And they did. So they're heading to the mall at Wellington Green. They're going to be occupying a 13,700 square foot space on the mall's upper level right next to the CMX cinemas. It's going to be right alongside the Improv with the Copper Blues. So just like they had at City Place in West Palm Beach, it's going to be the same thing. And Labor Day weekend is going to be the first weekend you can go. So right at the end of summer, that Labor Day weekend, they're going to be opening up with comedians already booked.
Look, they're making a run for it. One of my girlfriends does all their PR and marketing, and she's always sending me press releases. They're doing this. They're adding this. They're trying to stay relevant and make it a place to go, a destination.
Yeah. Well, they've been running comedy for a long time, going all the way back to the Comedy Corner days. That was the Improv people, and they absolutely know what they're doing.
They do know what they're doing. And if you can make Wellington Mall a destination, no longer a mall, make it a entertainment complex.
Yeah.
That's how you evolve. It's smart.
Yeah. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, we were talking the other day about last names and people changing their names because they had weird last names.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast with Olivia Wilde, who is so likable, by the way. She's a sweet pea. But do you know what her real last name is? Why she changed her name to Wilde?
It's not Wilde?
It's not Wilde. She's a big fan of Oscar Wilde. And so that's why she took Oscar Wilde with an E on the end as her name. Her real last name is spelled Cockburn.
Yes. Now, when you read it like that, you would say cock and then burn. Cock burn, you would think would be it. And this is the thing, because I guess you got teased a bit, but that's actually not even how you pronounce it. I saw a little clip from the conversation.
Andrew and Leslie
Yes.
are gangsters, the Cockburns.
They
They're
are.
both journalists, right?
I'll tell you something. And there's no way you would know this. It's pronounced Coburn, which I want you to imagine being a kid.
Well, that, of course, I'm curious what it's like to be a young girl with the last name spelled Cockburn.
It's spelled Cockburn.
And you're claiming it's Coburn?
It's a Scottish name.
Okay.
And it's very much like Boy Named Sue. You know what I mean? Like it's character building.
Were people burning you for that last name?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can only imagine what life was like. And side note, she immediately changed it as soon as she was 18 and she was able.
Okay.
So you can change your name when you turn 18 if you hate it.
Yeah. And more people, I guess, are doing that.
Yeah, you should.
All right, Denny's, what do you have on your mind here today?
So as we enter the end of summer and you're looking for some nice treats for August, I found this really good thing. I'm flashing it on KVJ TV right now, and you guys may have heard of it, but that Dole Whip pineapple sorbet.
Yeah, that's the thing that you get at Disney, right? They've been doing that at Disney forever, the Dole Whip.
It is so good. I've lost control. That's been my big, snack now during the summer. It's pretty tough to have anything hot, or any sort of treat like that.
It's not a great season for soup.
Yes, exactly.
You know what that would go good with? A little Captain Morgan spiced rum. Am I right or am I right?
The way it tastes, I would just empty the entire container. I have it on KVJ TV. Just empty that container into a blender and just pour either Malibu or Captain Morgan's rum in there, and it would be so good. You wouldn't have to do anything else to it.
Malibu if you're a bitch. Captain Morgan if you're a man.
I can't even think about drinking Captain Morgan.
I am the captain.
Yeah, she is the captain. I'm your captain now.
I drank so much Captain Morgan when I was younger. I can't even think about it now. My mouth will water.
Did you get sick on it?
I did.
Yeah.
Gin and Captain are the two that I can't even look at anymore.
If you throw up on something, it's hard to go back to it. I power through, but I'm different.
That Malibu too will make you throw up.
That Malibu tastes like there's not enough alcohol in it, and it tastes like I'm licking somebody's sunscreened back.
Oh, that's what it smells like.
Sounds delicious.
And the person is a little sweaty.
Even better.
Yeah, if you're looking for a new summer treat, I have it up on KVJ TV. Check that out right now. And they got 2 for $1 at Publix, so you can grab 2 of them right now, make a drink out of one, and then eat the other.
Well, we know that as summer is dragging on here, you might be running out of things for your kids to do, and you're hearing a lot like, I'm bored, what are we going to do? Or you feel guilty because all they're doing is hanging out on screens all day long, but you're just happy to get that peace of mind. You look at your bank account, and you're like, I can't afford to do anything. It's crazy. Well, that's why we do Camp KVJ. We have got some of the coolest things to do in South Florida, and we give you free tickets. We're talking about a 4-pack today to the Rapids Water Park and also to the Palm Beach Zoo, plus a $100 Visa gift card from Love the Palm Beaches. Kids 12 and under can play, and we got Parker on here from Hollywood. What's up, Parker?
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, bud?
Good.
Good. You having a great summer?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's the coolest thing you've done so far, Parker?
We're going to ESPY.
Oh, you're going to where?
ESPY.
Oh, ESPY.
ESPY. Oh, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'd like to increase your plans here this summer. Not only can you go to ESPY, but we'd love to hook you up with tickets to Rapids Water Park and the Palm Beach Zoo. You ever been to Rapids Water Park, Parker?
No.
Okay, you're going to absolutely love it. So let's knock this out of the park here. You like animals, Parker?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to play a game called Denny's or Animal. We got animal noises here. You just got to let me know if you think this is the real animal or it's our producer Denny's that's making the animal noises instead, okay?
Okay.
Okay, first thing I got for you is a cow being milked. Is this a real cow or is this Denny's?
Animal.
Okay, what do you think about that, Parker?
Play it again? Can you play it again?
Can I play it again? Yes, I'll play it again here for you. What do you think? You hear the milk? It's either a cow or Frankenstein. You hear the milking going on?
Denny.
You're going to go Denny's on that? Yes, you are correct. That is Denny's. We really milked Denny's to get that audio. So I didn't know he was so milky.
Oh, his udders are sore and pink.
Yes, they are. So he's got a lot of milk. Try milking Denny's sometimes. A lot of fun. And Parker, we got some jackals howling. Do you think this is Denny's or animal? Whoa. Scary, right? Jackals.
Ooh.
Yeah. Those things you seen those things in The Lion King, Virginia?
Yeah, they're horrifying.
Yeah, scary animals. What do you think about that, Parker? Is that Denny's or animal?
Play it again.
Okay. Okay, what do you think about that?
Denny's.
You're going to go Denny's on that one? That actually is real jackals. I know he's good. He's not quite that good.
It's okay. It's okay. You're still in it.
Yeah, let's rebound here, Parker. Let's finish strong here. What we've got is audio of a hawk eating a fish. Is this one Denny's or animal? Those fish are so crunchy.
What kind of fish you eating in there, Denny? Definitely not deboned.
It's a carrot fish. What do you think about that one, Parker? Is that Denny's or animal?
Denny's.
That one is Denny's. Nice job. 2 out of 3. Pretty good. Good enough to get a 4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park and the Palm Beach Zoo. Plus, your mom's going to love going to the gift stands and the concessions to get you whatever you want with a $100 Visa gift card from Love the Palm Beaches. Great job, Parker.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, bud. Have a great rest of your summer. It was motivation for me to want to learn Spanish. I had been in situations and I thought I was being talked about. And I'm like, what are they saying? I really want to know. So I'm like, okay, I've been on this long quest to try to learn Spanish. And some of the slang you would still get me on. But some of the other stuff, I can pick up some context clues and at least have a pretty good idea when somebody is talking about me.
He's a gringo with pequeño knowledge.
See, yes. But the thing that I find to be very interesting, if you've been here in South Florida, you may talk to somebody, and I guess you could call them the undercover Latino or Latina.
I've seen that where somebody looks like they're totally a white chick.
Yes.
But they're actually a Latina.
Yes.
And they know exactly what the Spanish-speaking people in the room are saying about them.
And so you are continuing on talking Spanish, thinking you're absolutely fine because there's no way at all this gringo right next to you has any idea what you're saying.
And they did. I've heard test words thrown out, and they look at the gringo's face to see if the gringo reacts. If the gringo doesn't react, they're like, safe zone. This gringo doesn't know what we're saying.
So if you're a gringo, knows Spanish, don't let on.
Don't react.
Don't give up. Just don't react because then the good stuff will come.
Right.
And we were talking to some friends of ours, Brian and Esther, the Lubovics, and she is Cuban, and her name is Esther. So she has like what's a typically Jewish name, and she really doesn't look like she's Cuban. You'd be surprised. In fact, we heard the story that her husband, Brian, when they were dating, they had been together for quite a while, and he heard her speaking Spanish. He's like, how do you know Spanish? She's like, I'm Cuban. He's like, you're Cuban?
He thought she was Jewish.
Yeah.
Because Esther is a big name in the Jewish community. How funny is that? The girl you're dating, you don't even realize.
It's pretty amazing. So they were telling us this story about how one time they were in a ride share and the driver was having phone sex. And Brian's in the back. He has no idea what's going on. But Esther's like, oh, my gosh, this is so graphic and nasty. And
in Spanish.
Yes. She's hearing it all, and she understands it all. And he's just sitting there with bliss. I'm like, wow, how often does that happen?
He's having fun.
Yeah.
This is probably how he gets his jollies, full well knowing that there are a couple of gringos in the back seat. They have no idea what I'm up to.
Having no idea. No idea.
Ugh.
And so I was just wondering, how often does that happen? Are you somebody that's an undercover Spanish speaker and you have been privy to many conversations that you were not supposed to be hearing and understanding? I'm just kind of curious how often that does happen and what those conversations are like.
And how cool is it to go through life like that? And do you take extra trips to Miami just for fun?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah. If I could get more fluent, I think I'd put myself in many situations I possibly could just to see what all I could hear. And you really should. I mean, it's one of those things that if you're in South Florida, you're going to spend a lot of time here. There's just more and more people, even as you go north, that are speaking Spanish.
You're right.
And I love it. With my dog groomer, I have to know Spanish. They don't have one word of English. And so it's like, all right. So my dog's had really bad haircuts the last 3 times. It's not their fault. I think it's more my Spanish than it is their abilities.
You need to work on that.
I got to work on it. You're right. I know where I need to brush up. I need to go through and just study dog grooming terms in Spanish. So I got to get there on that. But the thing that's cool is they even say if you are trying to learn another language, you're doing something good for your brain and slowing the aging process of it.
Oh.
Yeah, they looked at a lot of people who spoke multiple languages. In fact, they went to the Basque region of Spain, where a lot of people speak anywhere from 1 to 4 languages. And they noticed that bilingual speakers had brains appearing 6 years younger than monolinguals. 3 language speakers gained 7 years, and 4 language speakers showed brains nearly 13 years younger.
Wow.
Because of what you're doing.
Yeah, when I went to Italy and I would talk to people from Italy, they spoke Italian, Spanish, and English. And that was like normal.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, everybody's like that? They're like, yeah, you're not? I'm like, no.
It is cool to be in an area where you have the opportunity to do that. And look, again, we know that when you're immersed in it and you got a lot of people that are speaking it, it's so much easier to pick up because,
True.
You're just forced to do it. But you also hear how the language is being used. And that's a big thing because you can go on any kind of learning app and whatever, and they're not using the Spanish really the same way that people in society are, especially if they're very informal. Yeah, one person texted, they said, so I'm one of 3 white guys at a company that's mainly Hispanic, and I know Spanish, but I've never let on. And let me say, I still say I only speak English, and so I hear some stuff.
Really?
Yes. See,
that's juicy. Never tell them.
That's honestly it. If you do, don't let on. You don't have to be braggadocious. Just
No.
as you know Spanish, don't say a word and just, hey, I'm like, I'm the dumb gringo, and then just see what comes out, baby. It's some fascinating stuff.
You got to have that poker face on lock, though.
You do, yeah.
Don't give it up.
When you hear that word, you're like, or you want to get up and start swinging.
Don't.
You got to just take a deep breath. I love these stories of the undercover Latino where they don't understand that you actually understand the language and the things that might come out of their mouth. Like Lauren Wellington was saying, I'm Colombian and a pharmacy tech. I grew up here and I do not have an accent. And when I worked at CVS, this lady started talking a gang of garbage about me, thinking I didn't speak any Spanish at all. And I then called her out in Spanish. The look on her face like,
But hopefully you let her finish.
I think so. Yeah. You let them unwind. That's where you got to bite your tongue. Be like, you know what? They got more to say. Like, the more they hang themselves, the better this is going to be when I finally reveal I know everything you're saying about me.
That's amazing.
Michelle, who's Cuban American, she was born in America with Cuban born parents. And she said, I'm naturally light skinned, pretty pale with light brown hair. And I was at Walmart once in Doral, and I asked in English for an item at the technology section, and the woman clearly only Spanish. I went along with her trying to explain to me the item and opening this case in English, and I wanted to make sure that she was practicing her English. And at the end, she handed me her item, and I finished the conversation all in Spanish. She's like, huh? Huh? Why did you just make me go through all that?
What's going on right now?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do this to me? You could have made it a lot easier.
That was a lot of work. That's fun though. That is, to me, that's a superpower. I love doing that.
Yes.
To me, that is motivation enough to learn Spanish just for those moments that somebody is talking a gang of garbage about you or having phone sex in front of you and you know what's going on.
Oh, I could have used that when I was in Miami and those Russian ladies were talking bad about me.
Yeah.
Then I got to learn Russian now and
Right.
Spanish.
It is, well, and now you really do got to watch out because as the technology's evolved, I know police departments are using this. You can get on your Apple. I think it's a device, actually. A lot of people already have. I've never tried it out, but with the earbuds, you can have those in and it will translate for you. I hear there's a little bit of a delay that goes on because I got a buddy that uses it in business. And he says there is a slight little delay, but you're hearing what they're saying. It's then coming into your native language in your ear.
Wow.
So it is working in real time. It may take you a second to catch up, but it's there. So y'all got to watch it. Well, this is something I'll probably check out the whole thing, but I am at least giving kudos to the sitting vice president, J.D. Vance. He's stepping in the paint in some of these interviews. He's pushing a book, so, he's, I guess, got to do the interview, so I'm not applauding him for that. But, going into enemy territory like The View and places like that and, and letting them fire off, whatever they want.
I can't think of a place that hates you more than The View.
Yeah.
And those girls are lippy.
Yeah, they are definitely lippy. And look, they were letting him have it. And he was, like I said, he was standing in the paint. He was taking it. And he did a good job. Now, you can completely disagree with everything he said, but he was at least representing his side and opinion very well in the whole thing. And just the fact, like, too often politicians, they evade, they just give you annoying answers. It's just very unsatisfying and it makes you hate them, right? You're just like, come on, man.
Stop bobbing and weaving and just tell us the truth.
Just stupid. I mean, I was even just watching the news today. I was just seeing one person after another. I'm like, gosh, these people are so annoying. Just freaking answer the question like you're not a moron. And so I'm appreciative that he at least, is answering the tough questions or at least giving what he thinks. And he may say, I don't know. And you may or may not believe what J.D. Vance is saying. You may think that he's still full of crap. But, he was on with Joe Rogan, probably the biggest podcast on planet Earth. And he was asking him questions about, some of the stuff that's happened, under his watch with his administration that he's a part of. And one of them was about the Jeffrey Epstein files. And he's like, so what happened with all that? That was a complete disaster. And he's like, yeah. He's like, we absolutely screwed up the communications on that, the comms, as he called it. He said, look, there's not a cover-up. He just said, what then Attorney General Pam Bondi, and, I think she kind of became the fall girl with all this stuff. She got into some big problems with that because she was suggesting that she had a client list and it was sitting on her desk and everybody's like, oh, here we go. It's coming right away. And then when nothing really came out and then when you did get something, it was overly redacted. You're like, what the heck was this, man? It sounded like you sold us a bill of goods. It was just a bucket of lies.
Well, we know that you know who the clients were because you're the one that redacted all the names.
Yeah, he said that she was trying to respond to public pressure but overstated what the government actually had. So it created all these unrealistic expectations. He said the administration should have released the Epstein documents more quickly while acknowledging that redacting victims' identities required time. He did reject claims that the administration intentionally withheld information to protect powerful people, saying the problems were due to poor communication rather than an effort to hide evidence.
Well,
now,
it's
you
not
may not
too
believe any
late,
of that.
J.D. Vance.
Well, he's just saying we don't have it. Like, she oversold it and everything she tried to sell that we have, it's just not there.
They absolutely have it. It's in the emails. You see to and from. And things go to Jeffrey Epstein, from, and it's redacted. And then it talks about doing horrible things to young girls in the email. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, they got more explaining to do.
So full of BS.
Yeah, so he was trying to answer that away. But, people are going to have more comments like you do about what was going on there. And the other thing was about whether or not Jeffrey Epstein himself was working with Mossad, which is the Israeli Secret Service. And look, they're very good by necessity. They're in a very contentious part of the world, and they got a lot of neighbors that do not like them, as you probably know. Even if you don't follow world politics, you're probably aware of that. And so they have to be the best of the best. And so a lot of people thought that, Jeffrey Epstein was Mossad and working for them and trying to get dirt on American politicians and powerful people. And that's what Joe Rogan asked J.D. Vance. He said, basically, is this guy, was he in Secret Service? Was he Mossad?
Well, most people think he was Mossad.
Yeah, Mossad or CIA or some other deep state, whether in America or Israel or another country, or both. Look, he clearly had connections to the highest levels of American intelligence.
Okay, so he had connections in American intelligence, which to me it kind of lends the fact that there was probably something that was going on there.
And
how did he get those connections?
He was blackmailing whoever he had videos of with young girls. He was blackmailing those people, powerful, rich, influential, governmental, whatever they were. He had videos of them doing things with young girls. And where are the videos?
I think the biggest thing they've got to realize in that administration is that all Americans want answers on this, because it speaks even more to the girls who were the victims. It talks about our political system and the secrets that can happen and the power struggles that go on. And we don't want that kind of government. We want accountability. So they just have to realize, look, this isn't going away. You're going to have to stand in the paint, and you're going to have to release stuff, even if it ends your own careers. You're going to have to get there. And the American public can't shut up about this. They still need to be all over them and grilling them probably even harder than Joe Rogan did. but I hope that they'll at least answer. So I'm at least happy that he's taking the questions and taking some of the hard grilling, but it shouldn't end. So it's a full episode that's out there. I'll try to check into a little bit more, but that's just some of the clips that I saw on social media from it because I think it just dropped.
I don't think you're ever going to get the answers you seek.
Not yet, and that's why we got to keep pushing them. We got to demand that those answers happen to find out exactly who was Jeffrey Epstein, what happened. We need to get justice for those victims, no doubt. Well, this girl's got everything you want. She's got a rap sheet where she spent 10 years in prison, and now she's hot, so she looks great on TikTok. So, I mean, it's everything you want, right? It's everything you want for this video. She's a reformed burglar in saying that these habits will help keep you from being robbed.
Okay. You need to set the feature in your car to where if you unlock with your fob or you walk up and it unlocks automatically, that it only unlocks the driver's side door. And in order to unlock the rest of the car, you need to actually physically unlock twice. Because what happens is a lot of times you don't walk the perimeter of your car. You don't search the whole perimeter of your car and who's parked next to you on the passenger side. You just unlock your car and get in. Number two, if you are shopping, groceries, retail, I don't care. If you have like 1 or 2 bags, a lot of us will just get in the driver's seat and then like toss it over. But there's this sweet spot where a lot of us will decide we're going to put it in the back seat. It's not enough to put in the trunk. So we will open the back door and put it in the back seat. Stop doing that. So what you need to do as you start getting closer to your car is open your trunk. Your trunk door, a lot of us on our key fobs now, we can just automatically open it. Open that sucker up and put your bags back there, even if it's not a lot of stuff. Number 3, every study that's been done, the main person that an attacker looks for is a person that is distracted, because the element of surprise is the number 1 advantage for a criminal.
Yeah, that's interesting. And so many of us are on our phones looking down. We're not paying attention. And
You're right.
They are noticing that. And they're like, okay, that's an easy victim right there.
You are so correct. I yell at my children and they're sick of hearing it. But if you're on your phone in a parking lot, you're going to hear it from me.
Yeah. The biggest thing I got out of that was making sure that your car key fob only unlocks the driver's side door. I didn't realize that that was a feature, but she said in Hondas, Toyotas, you can get that. So, you know, a lot of times what will happen, you unlock your car and it unlocks everything. So you just got to make sure that you're not doing that. Sometimes if you double hit it, it'll unlock everything. So you just have to make sure you do the one, because if you hear click, click, and then glink, and all the locks go open, they can easily jump right into the passenger side right as you get in, and they're like, all right, this is a carjacking now. Thanks for opening the door for me. You made it very easy.
That is a good tip.
Yeah, so pay attention to that, too. And then, just kind of looking at the cars around you, too. She said a lot of times you think it's a white conversion van or something like that, but if it's got 10 or whatever, there might be somebody. That's one of the things that burglars love, is that if you're caught between the 2 cars,
right,
they can easily grab you, pull you into a vehicle, and, they have the blockage of your car and their vehicle that people can't see and know what's going on.
I have trained myself now to not park by any vans. And if you walk back to your car...
But she said, she says not just the van. She said it's any vehicle out there.
You're right. But like, if you walk back to your car and you feel at all weird about whatever car is next to you, don't try to get in a car next to somebody who could be waiting to pull you in their vehicle.
Right. Yeah. So I learned a few things. And look, in South Florida, unfortunately, we have to know every little bit we can about how to not be a victim. Because there are a lot of people looking to make you a victim out there on these streets. Crazy. These streets be crazy, Virginia.
Share this with young people, too, because they need to know this, and they think they're invincible.
We got more KVJ. This is going to be coming up here on the after the show. A lot of your emails, comments, stuff that you got to say. We get to those. Mail at KVJShow.com, and you can watch it live in just about maybe 10, 15 minutes. It's going to be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, so many different platforms, and it's always on demand on YouTube and Spotify. Easy to find. Jbird, we got to talk to him earlier in the show. He gave us an extensive rundown on what's going on with this hell. So that's the cool thing about being able to check out our show. You can even watch the edited version with no music and commercials. You can hear that whole conversation if you missed that, because it happened right at like 6 a.m.
Yeah, it did.
So everything that Jbird had to say about his health, you can get that in there. So standing in his stead, Denny's is going to be giving us a lovely little thought for the day here today. What do you got, Big D?
All right. For every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness.
That's true. That clock's ticking on your life, y'all.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.